I'm sure we've all been in public, to the grocery store, anywhere, and heard or seen a child acting out, throwing things, screaming, all that stuff, and the parent doesn't really discipline them, doesn't try and stop this behavior, and just lets them act out and do whatever they want. This would be an example of gentle parenting. So what gentle parenting is basically a patient, calm, and punish-free approach that focuses on building a strong connection with the child. Now, there are some pros to this. According to Brown University of Health, it can help strengthen bonds, build self-awareness, and improve family dynamics. But there are also more cons than pros to gentle parenting. It can cause a lack of boundaries, problems with authority, inability to adapt in difficult situations. Overemphasis on a child's feelings can hinder their ability to develop self-regulation in relationships. It makes it hard for them to understand expectations and consequences, which oftentimes causes behavioral problems. Now, also according to Brown University of Health, without practice, children of gentle parents may find it more difficult to adapt and adjust in the face of discomforts or adversity that's not accommodating to their emotions. So, basically what this means is that if all a child knows growing up is that they can do whatever they want and they're not going to get in trouble, they're not going to face any consequences, that's not really going to help them anywhere later in life, because once they go to school or a job or anything that's not to do with their parents, other people aren't going to care about their emotions and take into consideration how they feel about something, because that's not their job. Nobody cares about how this is going to make you feel, if it's going to make you upset, this, that, or the other. And growing up with a gentle parenting type of technique, that's not going to teach them how to deal with these types of situations, and they're just going to be unprepared and not know how to face these bad things that are going to come later in life. So there are alternate options to parenting. Obviously, there's so many different ways to parent your children, but some better options are positive or authoritative parenting, which balances empathy and structure. It still gives you clear expectations while still nurturing the child's emotional needs. It gives some of the benefits of gentle parenting without the downsides by adding structure and discipline. Now, also, we can take into account, which was said by Professor Mark Dadds, that children sometimes misbehave to get their parents' attention. By encouraging parents to talk to their child about the challenging behavior, gentle parenting may actually reward it. So it's kind of doing the opposite of what it's intended to do, because if a child's just acting out, trying to get a reaction out of their parents, and they're not faced with any kind of consequences or discipline, they're going to think that it's okay to do, and they're going to continue to do it. And that's not going to get them anywhere later in life, when they think they can just get whatever they want, whenever they want, because they've never been told the word no. Now, I don't have kids personally, but I can relate to this in a sense of how I was raised, how my mom parented me, and I know that if I was that child screaming in the middle of the store, my mom would not have partook in gentle parenting, and chances are I probably never would have done it again. And I probably didn't like that at the moment. It was probably not my favorite thing, but I'm grateful for it now, because now I know how to adapt in situations. I know right from wrong. I know how to handle hard situations that will ultimately come at you in life. And I think this is beneficial for anybody to just have this kind of know the right from wrong, and think about whenever maybe you have your own kids, think about maybe how you want to parent them and how you want to better prepare them for life after they've left your house or whatever. You just want to prepare your kids for whatever may come their way in life, and gentle parenting just probably isn't going to do that. It's not going to set them up to thrive and adapt in situations that they aren't prepared for. So maybe even if you don't have kids now, think about how you were raised or how you want your children to be raised, and maybe think of an alternate option to gentle parenting, because it's probably not the best suited for your child.